Hi Raj, thank you for accepting this interview with us. And you are running, you are a councillor candidate for Markham Ward 5. And so thank you again for accepting this interview. So tell us, why have you decided to run for this position?
Oh, thank you for giving me opportunity to talk to my people. Reason I'm running for is that I've been a community activist for a long time, and I was looking for a platform to serve every communities out there. So I embrace this opportunity as the best way to reach out to everybody around us, not just my heritage people, but everybody else. So I thought grassroots government would fit well, because that's my style. I love to work on the ground, roll your sleeves, and work with people. So I think grassroots works good.
So your background is engineering,
Yeah.
and you went to school here, Carlton. So tell us, besides this post-secondary education that you have from Canada, how else can you contribute to this position?
I have gained a lot of experience from different industries like banking, with government. I've been working with manufacturing plant, consulting firms, right? Working with different type of teams, different type of people, diverse communities. I have a lot of experience that I can put towards fixing a lot of issues within my own home town. So I'm looking to bring those experience on the table and put that in a better use for everybody, that we can get that going.
Okay. So tell me, you're saying that issues in your hometown or in your area. So tell us some of the issues quickly, which that you're going to be focusing on.
So what we analyzed it's two-tier system. What would happen is people get elected and they go and live on a different system, and we as voters, we just vote and then disappear. So the 4 years, there's a big gap, right? That's why people are not showing interest. So I want to fix that. I want to be a transparent and accountable councillor, which means I will be working with people and involve them on a consultation process to make any decision at the council on the table. If I want to put my hands up, I'm not going to put it myself. I will seek out a decision from my own constituents, and their approval is needed.
Okay. So what type of issues that the immigrant communities are facing right now where you live in that you would like to focus on?
I like to help them integrate. Integration is a thing. We all try and live in a silo with our own comfort zone. I wanted to help break that, so at one point we all get integrated well. As a Canadian, we need to make sure that we share the value. At the same time, we give and take, right? This is how we can build a strong Canada. We just brag about diversity at the top level, but nothing is being done at the ground level, which means we go to work, come back, and we go our own heritage related activities and then come back, and that's it. Even the neighbors, maybe from other part of the world, if we build that system where we get to know, and I want to enforce those programs to youth to embrace, and then they can go and learn about Italian, learning about Greek, and Greek learning about Tamil culture. This way we have more of acceptance towards each other, right? That's my dream.
So let's talk a little bit more about that. It was very interesting that you stated that we are sort of living in little silos, and
Yes.
we're not integrating properly yet. Compared to the Americans, there's always discussions about Canadians not being patriotic enough compared to the Americans. That's because we come from all sorts of backgrounds, and our government does allow us to embrace our cultures. So how do you think that at a city level that we can do certain things to teach the younger generation to become more Canadian?
The plan I have is to introduce programs that allow youth, children to take part in the summer curriculum, where they will attend a 2-day crash course about other culture. This way that they have a platform to come and meet and learn about it on a history about Italians, history of how they came to Canada, how they succeeded in their lives and all that stuff. If you introduce these programs, then children will learn and understand and accept it. That's my goal for the program office. And we have a challenges. I have seen this, and then I'm right after putting my name on nomination list, and I'm thinking this is where I have a problem. Now I'm only thinking after nominating myself. I don't want anybody to wait until considering running for office. I want to do like every candidate to understand, accept each other, right? And that's the dream.
In the South Asian community, especially from our community, we come from a very male-dominated community.
Right.
And you are a male who's running for this. And how would you encourage women in our community to get involved in leadership roles or be involved in politics?
I have a lot of programs that, like I expressed earlier, that grassroots government, the reason I picked it, I wanted to do a lot of programs, organize events and stuff like that. That's where I'm going to have, even my youth team, have girls taking leadership. And I groom leaders, that's my philosophy. We don't find one leader out of the crowd. We just have to make sure we give opportunity so that I can grow, become a good leaders, right? So I have those leadership programs that where I'm looking to put all women and encourage them, especially people from South Asian community, right? Because we know that not a lot of girls are coming forward on the public and also to the public stages as well, right? So we need to encourage, and I've been already doing that with my children. I have 2 girls, so I think that's one of my idea.
Okay. When it comes to politics right now, there's a lot of youth that are interested in getting involved, but when they look at candidates like you who have such a strong knowledge about your own community and your Tamil heritage, they're a little bit intimidated and wanting to know how much should you know about your community and the heritage to run for Canadian politics. What would your advice to them be?
Very good question. My stand on this is that you can have your heritage identity, but that won't be enough to win or qualify you as a candidate to run in Canadian system, because Canada is a multicultural system. So what Canada allow us to have, be proud of your heritage, but be ready to work for everybody under Canadian system, right? So just having a Tamil name, it's not qualify me to run office. Okay. Let's put it this way. For example, Jim Flaherty, former late finance minister, he's always proud Irish. He always tells everybody he's a proud Irish Canadian, right? So same thing, we can be a proud Tamil Canadian, but at the same time we should be able to serve everybody regardless of their ethnicity.
We come from a community that waited so long for change to happen, and they were still disappointed. Do you think that when our youth run for politics here, the community is very eager for change to happen overnight, and do you think that they will be disappointed when it doesn't happen and it takes over time?
Change is very difficult. It cannot happen in all the culture, the same thing. It is something that needs to do with the leadership as well. How gradually we are putting it on the use, putting it on, rolling it out for a implementation, right? So you have to get all the people involved, get their opinions, and talk. Like, it's open town hall meetings. That's how we can get the change done.
So what would you tell your community? Like, how would you tell them to be patient and to give the political candidates some time for change to happen?
That's a question of people. People are on a different stage of emotional situations, right? And if you look at, if you're looking on to my own community issues, I think we need to educate them slowly, and it's going to take a bit longer than expected, but it is a race right now, that leaderless race right now. So whoever can demonstrate that they have ability to take the leadership and demonstrate, I think the people will line up behind them.
Okay. So let's talk about media involvement. In South Asian cultures, usually medias are very focused towards entertainment, and you know, right now in the Canadian South Asian community, people are getting involved in politics.
Yeah.
How do you think the South Asian media can promote this or help you, people like you, to sort of maybe to increase the interest in politics among the public?
I think what you start doing is the best way. I think having interview and open their hearts up, right? Talk to them on their own face and bring their opinions out and put it out there in the social network. Social network is the greatest media now. So their interviews can be posted there, and Twitter and Facebook can be, you know, it will get out to the youth, right? Youth are the one that we need to get them out, right? A lot of votes are there. So I think what you guys are doing will for sure will increase the voters.
Okay. So final question to you.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best on October 27th, and we want you to win. But if you don't win, what are your next steps, Raj?
To be honest with you, this is my dry run type of attempt, right? But I have been doing a lot of work to win. But if I don't win, I still have learned a lot of things that I would not have learned if I haven't contested, right? So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to make sure that work on that programs that I promised my constituents, like integration programs, where I will have neighbors get to know better. So neighborhood programs, so programs such as teaching kids about one culture in 2-3 day workshop. So those events will be happening after the election.
Okay, thank you for accepting the interview, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.